6 months after graduation, Sera and Adrian finally had what they'd been fighting for: freedom. No more hiding. No more ethics violations. No more sneaking around. Sera had been accepted into a graduate writing program, and Adrian had taken a position at a different university in the same city. They got an apartment together, a beautiful loft with brick walls and huge windows overlooking the city. Their apartment. Their life. Finally. I can't believe this is real, Sera said, standing in their living room surrounded by unpacking boxes. We can just be together. No consequences. No scandal. Adrian wrapped his arms around her from behind, kissing her neck. Believe it. You're stuck with me now. Good. She turned in his arms, her hands sliding up his chest. I've been stuck with you since the moment you walked into that lecture hall looking all broody and irresistible. Broody. His eyebrow arched. I prefer distinguished. You're both. She pulled him down for a kiss. And you're mine. Always have been, he murmured against her lips. Even when I was trying to resist you. Remember that first night? When you finally stopped resisting. His eyes darkened. How could I forget? You showed up at my apartment wearing that dress. You tore the buttons off my shirt in the library before that. You provoked me in my office. His hand slid down to her hips, pulling her closer. You've been provoking me since day one. And you love it. I really do. He lifted her easily, her legs wrapping around his waist. We should probably unpack. Or, Sera said, kissing along his jaw, we could christen our new apartment first. I like how you think. He carried her to their bedroom, in their apartment, with no one to hide from, and showed her exactly how much he'd missed having her all to himself. Their life together fell into a beautiful rhythm. Mornings meant coffee together, stolen kisses while Sera worked on her thesis at the kitchen table and Adrian graded papers. Evenings meant cooking dinner side by side, wine and laughter, falling into bed tangled together. Weekends were their favorite. No work, no obligations. Just them. One Saturday afternoon, Adrian found Sera curled up on the couch reading, wearing nothing but his shirt. That's my favorite look on you, he said, setting down groceries. She looked up with a smile. Your shirt. You. Happy. In our home. He sat beside her, pulling her into his lap. I love this. Us. Everything we built. Even the parts that were hard. Especially those parts. They made this sweeter. His fingers traced patterns on her thigh. Do you know how many nights I dreamed about this? Coming home to you. Waking up next to you. Not having to say goodbye every Sunday. Show me, she whispered, her book forgotten. And he did. Slowly, thoroughly, worshipping every inch of her like he had all the time in the world. Because he did. They both did. 3 months into living together, they hosted their first dinner party. Sera's grad school friends, some of Adrian's new colleagues, people who knew them as a couple, not as a scandal. You two are disgustingly cute, Maya said, watching Adrian's hand rest naturally on Sera's lower back as they moved through the kitchen. Like, I want to hate it, but I can't. We earned it, Sera said, leaning into Adrian's touch. Every moment of cute. After everyone left, they cleaned up together, Adrian washing dishes while Sera dried. That was nice, he said. Normal. The life I always wanted with you. Just normal. Sera teased, pressing against his back, her arms wrapping around his waist. Well, he turned, water dripping from his hands, a wicked smile on his face. Maybe we can make it less normal. Kitchen counter. You read my mind. He lifted her onto the counter, stepping between her legs, and proved that even domestic moments could be thrilling when you were with the right person. But not everything was perfect. One evening, Sera came home to find Adrian tense, staring at his laptop. What's wrong? Ashford is hosting a literature conference next month. They invited me to present. He looked up, conflict clear in his eyes. It would be my first time back since everything. Sera sat beside him, taking his hand. Do you want to go? Part of me does. To prove I survived. That I'm still a respected academic despite the scandal. He squeezed her hand. But part of me doesn't want to face the whispers. The judgment. Then don't go. Your career doesn't depend on Ashford anymore. But what if people see me refusing as running away? As being ashamed? Are you ashamed of us? Never. His answer was immediate, fierce. I'd do it all again, Sera. Every risk. Every consequence. Then go. Present your paper. Hold your head high. She climbed into his lap, framing his face with her hands. And if anyone whispers, let them. We know what we have. That's all that matters. He kissed her deeply, gratefully. Come with me. To the conference. Are you sure? Completely. I want to walk in there with you on my arm. I want everyone to see that we made it. That what we have is real and worth everything we went through. Then I'll be there, right beside you. That night, they made love with a renewed intensity, a reminder of everything they'd fought for and won. The conference arrived with a mix of nerves and determination. They walked into Ashford University hand in hand, Sera wearing a stunning emerald dress that matched her ring, Adrian in a sharp suit that made him look every bit the distinguished professor he was. The whispers started immediately. They felt the stares, saw the double takes. Adrian's hand tightened on hers. Okay. More than okay. Sera smiled up at him. Let them look. His presentation was brilliant, a paper on forbidden love in Victorian literature that everyone knew was personal, but no one could deny was exceptional scholarship. When he finished, the applause was genuine. Grudging from some, but real. Professor Catherine Morris approached them afterward, a small smile on her face. Well done, Adrian. And Miss Winters, I should say, soon to be Drive. Winters. She'd heard about Sera's graduate program. I'm proud of you both. You took something that could have destroyed you and turned it into something beautiful. Thank you, Sera said sincerely. For warning us. For giving us a chance. Love like yours doesn't come often. When it does, you fight for it. Catherine nodded to them both. I'm glad you did. That night, back in their hotel room, Adrian pulled Sera close. We did it. We walked back into the place where it all started, where we almost lost everything, and we walked out together. Stronger. We're always stronger together, Sera whispered, kissing him. They celebrated their victory the best way they knew how, wrapped in each other, proving once again that forbidden love had been worth every risk.